out in the melee. Crawford tried to restart the bike, but Shane Byrne is winded on trackside as the yellow flags are out, and we might expect a race stoppage here in the opening Superbike race.
And we didn't have to wait too long for a red flag. While the marshals and medics cleared the track, Claire caught up with John Crawford.
John, hard luck, mate. What happened out there?
I had some problems with the grip and I fell back from the lead, and I got involved in a dice with Shane Byrne, the guys. Shane ran wide at the chicane and tried to come back on. He hit the curb and his bike flipped up. Him and his bike landed in front of me, so I had to hit the bike to save running over him, so that put me out effectively.
As they come under starters orders again, the Reds rise, they're in bottom gear, and a great start there again from Stalker. Walker gets a flyer off the line. This time Hodgson is only third, and a Revo Red Bull Ducati, which must be, yes it is, John Reynolds in second place. Hayden is in fourth place on bike number 5. So, watch out for aggregate times. We will tell you who is actually going to win this race from the aggregate times on our monitor here. Bottom of the straight then, I'll tell you what, Hodgson has sharpened his axe up on the brakes down into the club chicane, that is for certain. So Hodgson holds off Walker, and then you've got the menace of number 5, James Hayden. Still Hodgson that leads on the road and by the track. We have 6 laps to go, here we go. Hayden hits the front, James Hayden goes through at the club chicane. Superb stuff from the Birkenstead flyer. Last lap time, we're on board second place man Chris Walker coming through. He's got up to third, past Hodgson, got round the outside, and he goes under Chris Walker. Chris Walker has been duffed up by the Virgin Mobile Yamaha of Steve Hislop on the fastest part of the course. Hizzy is absolutely special round these corners. He is riding brilliantly. The Scotsman has gone round the outside of Hodgson underneath Chris Walker and leads up Brooklands for the last time in this Superbike race. And back comes a Suzuki of Walker. Around the outside goes Hodgson, does he? No, he doesn't. Hizzy holds third, so it's going to be Hayden that wins. Chris Walker has hustled his way back into second place, and third will be the magnificent Hislop.
James Hayden then taking the win on the twin-cylinder Ducati. Used to ride the Suzuki that Chris Walker is on nowadays. 2 wins from 5 rides this year then for James Hayden. Chris Walker is second, Neil Hodgson third, series leader John Reynolds is in fourth place, Hislop in front of the Kawasaki man Steve Plater, 3 times champion Mackenzie is 7th, and John Crawford is 8th. Peter Goddard ends up in 9th place in front of Paul Young, Sean Emmett and Michael Rutter, and the best of the privateers was once again John Crockford. In the championship standings after race 1 today, Reynolds' lead has been cut to 15 points over Hodgson. Hayden has leapfrogged Walker for 3rd place in the series, but it's too late for him to take the wildcard ride from him for the British round of the World Superbikes at Donington on May 14th. The 3 British wildcards will be Reynolds, Hodgson and Walker. There's going to be some disappointed riders and their supporters. Here's Claire with James.
The team worked really hard on the bike this weekend. We made a big breakthrough for me, and I feel much more comfortable on it. And
were you aware of the big battle going on just behind you?
I wasn't really, but I knew, I just had to do my thing at the front. The tyres decided to go off a bit, but Dunlop gave me a brilliant tyre. But I know it was the same for everyone, so I just thought if I'm out front, I can really sort of just measure that and try and control it. So that's what I did, and I knew I had to beat Neil by 0.4, because that's why I was behind the first one. I wasn't sure whether I had or hadn't, so I just really, last couple of laps, just got my head down. So I'm really chuffed. Thanks a lot to the Red Bull Revo team, all my mechanics, Dunlop, Auer, everyone.
Here's how to serve champagne. More from them later, next to the 250s and Supersports. John McGuinness started the season as current number 1 and backed that up with a win at Daytona. And his qualifying performances have been pretty good too. But despite another pole position, he's yet to win a race. Jason Davis is nearly half a second adrift in second place. Gary Jackson third, Callum Ramsey fourth. That's row 1. On row 2, it's Jackson, Tunstall, Levy and Thompson. Row 3 sees Gary Haslam in front of Steve Sawford, Chris Bishop and Ian Bennett. Row 4 is Thomas Johnson, Hinks and Hopper. And if you want to know where Darren Barton is, he's back on the 6th row.
The red lights come on now. The 250 British Championship race is away with the pole sitter. It's John McGuinness and they hold them! And the reds rise. But McGuinness, he almost made that pole position work. It would have been the first time today, that's for sure.
Yeah, Callum Ramsey there from fourth on the grid. He managed to make the whole shot, but Jason Davis zooms through into the lead from that. The best pace on the grid, second.
Place again. It really does get some grip from second place on the grid. So Jason Davis then is the man, but Callum Ramsey, the man who won last time out, Darren Barton, who suffered 2 crashes at Donington Park, has started back on the 6th row of the grid. So Darren Barton, the winner from Brands, has a real mess to sort out here at Thruxton. Ramsey has gone through on Jason Davis. It was number 60, Callum Ramsey, after Donington Park, is a believer, no doubt about it.
John McGuinness then is looking menacing, and he drives underneath Jason Davis and forces him out at Allard. Superb stuff. So he's after his old nemesis, Callum Ramsey now. On the fastest part of the course, Ramsey's driving, but look at McGuinness. McGuinness now looks for the inside line, and they go to Church Corner, and through goes John McGuinness to take the lead. Whoa, great move, John.
This is the battle for second place.
Look at that speed.
Jason Davis. Well, I think the camera gave him a little bit extra there, but there's a big hole in the air in front of him, made by Ramsey and Jackson, but Davis, I'll tell you what.
He tried to make a sandwich there.
Through goes Jacko. So Jackson, brilliantly there. Was he pushed by Jason Davis?
Last lap time, and John McGuinness is well on his way, but the battle back for second place is rife now. Oh, and Jason Davis has come through. Davis is in second place. Callum Ramsey's round the outside of Jackson. They're going to be 3 abreast, weaving across the track they go. Jason Davis and Callum Ramsey's up the inside. Ramsey's up the inside on the brakes in the chicane. Oh, and takes them both out wide. Oh, and Ramsey takes avoiding action across the chicane. Well, the jury are going to be speaking about that for sure. Over the line goes Callum Ramsey in second place. Jason Davis third on the road with Lee Jackson fourth. Oh, John McGuinness, well, didn't he miss a few things going on behind him? And we can take another look at that. Well, Callum Ramsey hot into the chicane. It was the last bend of the last lap. Really hard on the brakes and running it really very wide. Jason Davis manages to pull it back and get it round the proper part of the track, while over the chicane and a shortcut to Callum Ramsey. No doubt about the winner, it was John McGuinness. Second place, though, went to a jury decision. John McGuinness confirmed as the winner, but it was Jason Davis and Lee Jackson who finished up second and third. Callum Ramsey finding himself relegated down to fourth due to that manoeuvre at the chicane. And that has cost Callum Ramsey dearly. Davis leads the series. McGuinness is third. Tunstall, Jackson, Haslam, Barton and Bishop round out the top 8.
A big congratulations. You made that look pretty easy out there.
Yeah, I wanted to make up for Donington disaster. I knew I could do it. This circuit is my sort of circuit, you know. Real fast 4th, 5th gear corners, suits my style down to a T, and I wanted to show him who's the champ, really.
John McGuinness!
While John waited for a champagne delivery, culprit Callum Ramsey was already raiding our studio for a look at the taped evidence. Racers just never give up. Jim Moody and Kurt McCarthy have won on the 600cc 4-cylinder Hondas, but at Thruxton, would the 748 twin-cylinder Ducatis of Dean Thomas and Scott Smart have longer legs? We were about to find out. Dean Thomas on pole, but look at the man Glaswegian alongside him. Jim Moody gets a great start on the Castrol Honda as well. Howard Whitby's the red bike in the middle of the picture there. Oh, Castrol Hondas, and the Ducatis forced out at Allard, and that's let through 5 bikes. So Dean Thomas on bike number 6 is in all sorts of problems as he goes back behind our very own Scott Smart on bike 88. Jim Moody leads. Oh, no, he doesn't. Kurt McCarthy, his teammate, on the brakes. He left it lunatic late into the club chicane, and it's McCarthy that leads from Moody. The 2 Castrol Honda boys from Vermeulen up from the second row. They've been number 2 is Vermeulen. Then it is Howard Whitby. The fast corners of the course. Vermeulen slides into second place. This kid is sensational on the Sanyo Honda against the Castrol Hondas. McCarthy leads, Australian. Then it is Vermeulen, Australian. And then it is Glaswegian. But will Jim be able to do anything about it? Watch out for Dean Thomas too on the yellow bike. Number 6, he made a lousy start, but he's there in 4th place now, and he's got the demon breaker, Howard Whitby, behind him. But it's Kurt McCarthy in control on bike 16 from Chris Vermeulen on bike 2. Oh, here comes Jim up the inside of Chris Vermeulen. So he splits the Aussies. In fact, there's 3 of them there as well. It's like an Australian championship. I don't know about a British one. McCarthy leads from Jim Moody from Vermeulen, who's looking even more desperate. Well, he's 17 and he hasn't learned what he can't do with that bike just